We're gonna start now.
I'm just.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is finally time. Nikki, Devin, and I have talked about this for a long time. It has come to fruition. It is Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is finally going to drop online in early 2021. I can't even fucking talk.
We lost him.
Yes. So
Batman took him.
I guess Batman took him, huh? So I will start. This is the way, gentlemen. Mandalorian. How goes it tonight, Mando?
It's going good. We just had our first episode of Force Hub on Nikki Flicks, and that was a great hour and a half that we talked about the sequel trilogy with both Alan and Ryan Payne, and it was a good time had by all. And yeah, check that out if you guys want. We're excited here on After Dark at our normal post on Saturday nights with the soundboard, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. Very excited to talk about Justice League, and
I'm Batman.
I'm also Batman.
There you go. There you go. All right, Mr. Space. I want to call you Mr. Dr. Spaceman, but I'd also like to call you Alan.
Hey, you know you can call me anything you like. I'm just happy to be here. I'm probably the one that was the least calling for the Snyder Cut, but now that it has been brought to fruition, I'm really excited to check it out.
So, we have a very, very special guest tonight that was actually a part of the first people to know that this was coming to fruition. Chris Hughes. If you've seen the pictures of the people sitting, we're sitting in the call of Zack Snyder's. You could actually see him on screen when it came. So, Chris, welcome to After Dark. I know it's very early for you, and why don't you tell us how you became a part of the movement for the Snyder Cut? I think he's frozen.
Yeah, my connection is absolutely awful here, by the way. So, like, I can't even understand what anyone's even saying. I just heard my name.
Okay. Yeah, apparently he's got. I'm glad I'm not the only one with a bad connection.
All right. So what we'll do then?
Hopefully,
there he is. Can you hear us, sir?
Let me try.
Maybe not. Boot him out. Boot him back in.
I was trying. Yeah, he is frozen solid. Well, that's okay. When he gets fixed, he can just jump back in.
That's all right. I'm going to reenact the whole Snyder Cut right now. Okay. So we got one. We can reenact the trailer. We can reenact the trailer.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Wonder Woman checking something out. Looking at a symbol. She's looking at something. In the background, we've got this.
Oh. Oh my God.
There you go. Whole trailer. Brilliant.
Yeah, we did a reaction to it. Matty was like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?" I'm like, "See what?" He's like, "The Justice League trailer." I'm like, "We're gonna do a reaction." I'm like, "Oh my God!" And then I turn on, and it's just like,
it's Okay, let me ask you guys: who was the voice? Who was the voice?
The voice was Lex Luthor from the end of Batman versus Superman.
I thought so. I thought that was.
They'll know that God is dead.
Okay. I thought so because I was hoping it wasn't, but
he's supposed to have a pretty prominent role in the movie.
Oh, that makes me sad.
And he's not supposed. Well, no, he's not supposed to be as much of a douche as he was in.
As he was in.
Because he was kind of. Yeah, because See, I actually didn't mind it because he's kind of young. He's naive.
I
Because
was.
in the earlier versions of Lex,
Mhm.
when he's that young, he's supposed to be kind of an arrogant douche. So I
True.
kind of like
I was hoping though. I was hoping real bad at the end of Justice League we would have gotten Lex. Lex in the cell, or maybe getting out of the cell. And I was hoping for all hope that the greatest cuts or the credit scene ever would have been Lex walking into a room and Gene Hackman popping out saying, "Don't worry, son, Daddy's here." I would have lost my mind.
Do it.
Yes, do
That
it.
would have been
Get
pretty
Gene
incredible.
Hackman back.
Now picture
That
the
would have been
same exact
incredible.
scene, except it's Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor.
No, he gone. Kevin Spacey gone. He gone. Ain't never coming back.
Well, it looks like Chris is having issues with his connection. So maybe what we can do is sometime this week we can set it up where it's not the middle of the night for him, and we can
Gotcha.
record something and we'll just put it out. But that's
Cool.
okay because damn it, we can... Oh wait.
We'll still
Wait a
talk
minute.
about it. Maybe
Oh.
he here.
Oh, I think it's working now.
There it is. Woo!
So, okay, and now that you can understand us, Chris,
Yeah.
why don't you let our viewers know how you became a member of the Snyder Cut movement?
Well, I just like everybody else, I went to watch Justice League, and I felt like absolute crap after watching it. And then I thought, I'm not going to be the first person who goes online and says that it was awful, because I just thought I didn't connect with it like everybody else did. I thought maybe I've lost my connection to and then all of a sudden, one by one, I seen people saying, I feel sick. This made me feel wrong, and I was like, oh, thank God for that. It's not just me after all. It was just awful. I just couldn't process how awful it was, and then I just started using it. I just seen people using the hashtag, just like you guys did, and my sort of my contribution evolved into I make like memes. I make meme content, and then I was using that to promote the Snyder Cut. I was just basically hashtagging all the memes that I created. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Here for Zack. Let's do this for Zack. We are with you, Zack Snyder. And
Nice.
then it just evolved. And I got onto Vero, and then I had loads of people sort of introduced on Vero. And then the next thing, Zack started following me, and I was like, "Oh my God, it was crazy, absolutely crazy. Really, really good guy, and really, really nice. He's always been supportive of my family, and really been nice to me, and he's just top guy. And I'm just glad that the movie's coming out for him and his family. I think they all deserve it. Like, they really do.
Yeah.
Really good people.
That's a really
Yeah.
cool story, man. That's a really cool story. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it really is, because it's got to be hard, to have a family member that has the tragedy, and something that he was extremely passionate about. Batman versus Superman may be divisive, just like most movies are nowadays. Personally, I really enjoyed it. It's the first time we've ever seen Batman and Superman on the same screen, and I personally think that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck were like born to play these characters, because if you look at Batman or Superman in the comics or the cartoons, they look like Ben or Henry. So personally, seeing them fight on the screen, sure, the whole Martha thing, that was memeable. Something had to, we make fun of movies. That's what we do as people. And then personally, when I saw Justice League, I could tell the difference in the movie. You could see the difference between the grittier Zack version and the more Avengers-like cartoony version. and
The red skies and the
yeah, you could just see the yeah, you could see the difference.
Stuff. Batman making quips, like just stuff that are completely out of character that suddenly happened. Blue screen shifts. Like there's a scene where Ezra Miller is talking to Bruce Wayne, and then he has a different haircut. In 2 seconds later, and then it goes back to his original. It's some of the worst editing that I've seen ever.
Yeah. So, and then when the trailer came out, Nikki and I were literally talking about it the weekend before. He's like, "It's going to happen." We'd all agreed that if it was going to come out, during this quarantine or crisis, whatever you want to call it, it's a perfect time. People are at home. It gives them something to watch.
Gives me something to look forward to.
Yeah, it gives Nikki something, because at the time he was bummed he couldn't go to the movies. So then the morning after your guys' stream came out, the trailer hit, and the first thing I do is run to Nikki and go, "Have you seen?" He's like, "Seen what?" And I was like, and we actually did our trailer reaction. And
is it trailer?
Is it a trailer? He says. Well, some people would call that debatable.
So there's a teaser trailer.
True.
He speaks softly and he carries a big
Chris.
Apparently,
Chris jumped out again.
That's what he
I
has.
got a couple.
Softly and carry a big stick.
That's okay. You know what? We all have Wi-Fi issues from now on, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So
well, we saw before the stream and the announcement, there were art department's releases of Darkseid and what Darkseid would have looked like. So I wanted to ask Chris, how much did he get to see? Has he got to see anything, whether it be art department stuff or anything like that, from that stream when they watched that? Did he show them anything? Oh, there he is. He's back.
Did you see anything?
Well, now ask him your question there,
Alex. Yeah. Chris, can you hear me all right?
I'm so glad it's not me this week that's having internet trouble.
It's true. It's not you this week. It's somebody else.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? No worries. Hey, tell him no worries. Yeah, we'll talk to him. We'll talk to him.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Hey, we have somebody watching too. But no, I just really enjoyed the fact that they actually tried something.
It's kind of cool that with Chris just his little bit telling us that he just started this little campaign, just as one of us, any of us have tried to reach out to whether it be a celebrity or somebody, we're just trying to show some love, and then when it gets to that person, that's really cool, and it shows you that the interconnectivity of there's a lot of bad stuff about social media, there's a lot of bad stuff about being able to see everything and communicate with anybody at any point. But when something like this happens, a good, Zack got to see the passion from the fans about, hey, we really believe, and not only in support. That's the big thing is because the studios, the studio's money driven. So, I'm sure we were sympathetic with Zack regarding the tragedy and everything, but they had to put a product out. So, the fan base, the reason these films are successful and the reason these companies exist, it's really cool, I bet, for Chris to have that, hey, you know what, my passion, there's other people feeling the same way about this, and we want to support the thing that Zack made for us, and we want to see that and have all that come to fruition. That's really why I'm excited to see it, because I wasn't really that. Again, some Zack Snyder movies I absolutely love. I think the Guardians of the Owl movie, the Gaul, I think that is a brilliant, amazing, underrated animated film. I think it is beautiful to behold. I think it's a great story, great characters. It's superbly directed and a great movie. I love 300 except for the narration, but I think it's beautiful and great and fantastic. I love his Dawn of the Dead remake is fantastic, and I want to see the Day of the Dead that supposedly is out there, or coming, or was already released. I don't even know.
Dead movie, yeah.
But I've really, I didn't enjoy Batman v Superman, so I wanted to see what Zack was able to do continuing the story. I know there's some ideas I didn't like, but I wanted to see what he was able to do to continue the story. So I don't know if Chris was able, if you were able to hear any of that, as far as, you know, how cool it was for you to have that campaign and just putting stuff out there and get all these fans. You know, the reason these movies are made is for the fans, and to get all that out there. What was Zack's first contact with you? How did you know that did he ever directly contact you after he started following you?
No, nothing like that. No. The way I managed to get onto the watch party was I just submitted a question to him on his Vero post, because he said that he was hosting a watch party. So everyone had the opportunity to ask a question.
Cool.
Vero just messaged me and said, would you like to ask your question? I think they messaged like 6 or 7 other people too. I think they just randomly selected people. That was all. And
wow. I
already posted my question and they just said, would you like to ask it? And I just thought, yeah, great. I'll definitely, you know, I'll do that for sure. And it was just the whole thing. It just, the whole experience of getting to that. And it's just awesome. Just the whole build up of, like, you know, having somebody who was, who you admire so much. And then the next thing, you sit in front of them in a Zoom meeting, having the opportunity to sort of ask a question. And, you know, I took my opportunity to tell him how much I admired him. Same with Deborah Snyder, and it was the same with Henry Cavill. I thought, this is never going to happen to me in my life ever again. You know, as far as him contacting me, he's never contacted me at all. He's just had, you know, I've interacted with him quite a lot on Vero.
Nice.
I can't think of any other director or, you know, somebody in Zack's position that interacts with his fans as much as he does with all of us. He's a really cool guy, and, you know, people ask him questions on Vero all the time, and, you know, he'll always do his best to answer everybody. And he just seems really down to earth, cool guy. And, you know, I love his movies. I especially love Watchmen, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. And
I like Watchmen quite a bit too.
Yeah,
I really hard-hitting movies, powerful.
So
Awesome.
what do you look forward to?
In all the movies, there's a lot of life lessons.
No.
It's a little delay. So what are you looking forward to the most in seeing in Zack Snyder's Justice League, like out of the stuff that we've already kind of heard about already?
I think my network's lagging a bit here, but I think you said, what am I looking forward to seeing the most?
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to seeing our hero being treated with respect again, because Justice League really sort of knocked me about when I seen how, you know, disrespectful they treated Superman. You know, I didn't like the way that they just thought, we'll just give him this CGI face. I thought, well, you know, that's, to them, that might be, you know, it's just a CGI face, but to people who are in love with Superman, like I am, it means a lot to me that they handle my heroes with respect. You know, with Batman, you know, busting out jokes and telling quips in the theatrical cut of Justice League. But in Zack Snyder's, you know, you're going to get the dark, gritty, solid Batman that we had in that movie.
Yeah, because that one scene where in Batman versus Superman, where Superman rips the top of the Batmobile off, and just Batman stands up ready for a fight. In my opinion, that's the kind of Batman we need, because that is Batman in itself. You know, he's not afraid to pull his punch if need be. And in Justice League, it was kind of cartoony.
Yeah. Not the hero we deserve, but the one we need.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, I like that, because Chris, that's a, you know, I've always been in, when it comes to actual comics, I've always been a DC guy before I was a Marvel guy, but in Marvel has kind of, you know, set their stamp on respecting the characters in their films, and DC, we didn't get a lot of that, except for, in my opinion, the Tim Burton Batman movie and the original Superman movie. beautiful respect done to those characters in those films. And I think the Wonder Woman movie too. But yeah, I wanted to see the respects to those DC heroes, especially Cyborg. I think Cyborg came across really well, but I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more of Cyborg's story, and I know in this Snyder's original thing, he really was telling that story in a respectful, cool way. The origin story, yeah. So I was excited. I'm excited to see that, and of course to see Darkseid, because he's my favorite all-time villain ever, because he's the best.
Yeah, see, I really like the idea of having of Cyborg, because I think it kind of opens up the DC universe for younger fans, you know, because you see him in, like, oh, God forbid I say this out loud, but the Teen Titans Go movie, you know, or
Nice.
you know, they see him in that. So if they can, you know, these kids are like, wow, you know, this is, you know, somebody like me, he's young. It could teach, you know, show them that it's okay, even if you're a person of color.
Booyah.
Exactly. And the fact he said booyah at the end really excited me.
Yeah. But we were supposed to see like some Iron Man level stuff from Cyborg in the Snyder Cut. So I can't wait to see that. We're not just going to get him like his origin story. We're not just going to get more with his family. We're going to see Cyborg kick some serious ass and then say booyah after he does it. So I'm really looking forward to it.
And I like the fact that we've seen the Flash, you know, before he was the Flash. He still had the suit and everything, but he was just Barry Allen going around kind of being the Barry Allen like he was before he met everybody at Star Labs. You know, I really like that picture, Chris. That looks like it could be the back cover of this book.
Right? Exactly. You write a book. That's your back cover right there.
Yeah, do a freeze frame somewhere.
Art of
or like
profile.
a profile or something.
It's a good one. That's a good shot.
Alan, Subrath has a question for you. Are those Hot Toys?
They're not.
No, they're kind of cool. No, these are from the Fisher Price. I think it was Fisher Price. DC Heroes line. Imagine X. That's the one.
How does Devin know this stuff? This is amazing.
Because Devin's the man. Yeah. So these were the ones that I bought up all these because I wanted to pass on to my kids my love for superheroes and everything. So, but in some, no, this one is from the Superman animated series when they put the figures out for that. So that, yes, exactly right. But the rest of the Imagine X line.
We need Devin to bring his toys next time.
And they're putting out crazy ones. I got Mr. Miracle back here. I got again the Thomas Wayne Batman, the Emperor Aquaman. They got crazy ones that you never think they would have. That's right.
I love it.
There you go. I think Subrath gets the point for that. It's Barry before he fucks up timelines.
That's true. That's true.
The greatest villain that the Justice League has ever faced is Barry Allen destroying their timeline over and over again.
Oh, you know what I should have right now? Speaking of the Justice League toys, I got my mirror. Because, you know.
There we go.
Got my
mirror. Neighborhood magazine over there.
I love me some mirror.
I have my Justice League Pez set right across the room.
I don't know who they're going to recast her, though, when they made Aquaman 2.
You should, you know what, Alan?
Yep.
It should be Bryce Dallas Howard.
I knew you were going with
Juice.
That.
I love Bryce, man. She's super cool. So, yeah, definitely Bryce.
No, I wonder why.
That's right.
No,
Bryce is cool,
I was just thinking the red hair.
Well, yeah, that's true. The red hair helps. Yeah.
See, look, this is what Alan used to do when he on the set of Jurassic World.
Emma Stone would be good as well.
Emma Stone would be an interesting choice.
Emma Stone would be a good choice. Yeah, but I like the Bryce. I like Bryce.
I like Bryce too. I know you like Bryce.
Honestly, I don't think they're gonna recast. Honestly, because you know, I don't know.
Well, she
I
might
mean,
just drop out. She might just be, she's gonna get a lot of hate, so she might just drop out.
Shazam cast. Like the quarantine was the last nail in the coffin for Shazam 2.
Nolan Reinhardt. I know that name, but I'm trying to figure out where have we seen her.
She's cool. She's cool.
Who? Okay, hold on.
I mean, I'm always gonna have love for Amber because of not only Aquaman and Justice League as her Mira, but as for Drive Angry, because whoa, she is a beast in that movie.
Yes,
she's a beast in that movie. I love it.
That's a deep cut right there. Nicolas Cage, right? Drive Angry.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like a driver from hell. It's incredible.
It's a fantastic.
Yeah.
I went to the theater and saw it in 3D, which was fantastic. Twice because I love it so much.
I like that movie. I like the whole grindhouse kind of.
There are boobs in that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. And I love. Oh God, what is his name? Billy.
Who played the accountant?
No. That's
that's the dude from oh God, what's his name?
I knew it was.
Why am I blanking on his name?
Dance.
He was in Armageddon. He's in all kinds.
William Frickner.
There, William Frickner. That's it.
Oh yeah, he was on Prison Break too in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Prison Break. Yep.
Apollo 13.
Yep. Billy Burke was the name I was thinking.
Oh, that's yeah.
Jonah King.
The bad man. Jonah Hex. Oh, don't talk about Jonah Hex.
Megan Fox was in it though.
She was. Megan Fox.
Fox made it.
So it looks
really
like.
Is.
So it looks like Chris is kind of having, some technical difficulties, but maybe what we could do. Oh, look at that! It's Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Why don't we all recite the Green Lantern oath? In the brightest day, in the blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who work for evil's might beware my power.
Green
Lantern's light.
Shit.
I'll be honest with you. It's not the best movie.
No.
But when I watched that movie in the theater and he did the oath at the end, I teared up. I'm not going to lie.
And when Mark Strong put on the ring and became
became Sinestro?
Like
yes.
Oh my God, yes. That's Sinestro.
JB3, I think it's definitely a possibility if the Snyder Cut being released will entice Ben to come back.
I think
who knows? It might, but it depends on how this Robert Pattinson Batman goes.
They don't care. All the Batman. Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson, Val Kilmer, all of them. All the Batman. George Clooney, all of them.
George Clooney.
We gotta have bat nipples.
Bat nipples.
No, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Thomas Wayne Batman. Batman Beyond.
Thomas Wayne Batman.
Thomas
Wayne Batman.
Damian Wayne Batman.
And see, what I think could happen is the fact that they do say that maybe when Barry's running, eventually through time, maybe he runs into Pattinson's Batman in a different dimension.
Maybe.
And we could always still see Ben's Batman, or even, this is a theory I've been saying for a very long time, if Ben is still willing to play Batman, which we don't know, if Snyder Cut comes out and is a fucking hit, it may, he may have gotten a lot of shit for it, but if Snyder Cut comes out and is successful and fans, appreciate it, he could be sitting in a room with Robin and Red Hood and, all of them. And
I want to see some Red Hood, I ain't gonna lie.
And telling a story, this was me. And then Pattinson's Batman picks up.
I think that
because it's kind of year one ish. If you look at the images, they're kind of year one. So Justice League could, lead into
Why am I blanking on the director's name?
Which one?
Matt Reeves?
Matt Reeves, thank you. The Apes guy, Matt Reeves. He seems to want to do his own thing. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this Batman movie. And maybe that's why they're bringing Michael Keaton in, or why they would bring Ben Affleck in, is because he's doing his own thing over here. Todd Phillips is doing his own thing over here. And then interwoven DCEU, that might be with Michael Keaton or Ben Affleck and all that stuff. What?
Did they say that Michael Keaton was playing Batman?
Yes.
Yes.
He's
Bruce Wayne
been talk.
Batman.
Hold on. Let me see if I
Confirmed to
can-
be in talks with the official.
It
statement.
Well, what is he playing? What's he playing it again? In
Michael Keaton for Thomas, like just
I'm Batman.
to be the person that gets shot down. Because
No.
they're probably going to show us again.
Yeah, probably.
they always show us. They always show us.
So, Matty, what were you saying?
Hold on. Let me pull up Digital Spy's article real quick.
Okay.
See,
But I think we're going to get several Batman. Maybe not in the same movie, but I think we're going to have, like, Batman. They're not going to be as protective of Batman as they used to be. They used to only want one Batman at the same time.
Well,
That's why you can see it on
Do
Arrow
any of
and-
you guys think if the Disney Plus Marvel shows go well, and there's no reason why they couldn't, could we get a live action series on a Netflix or an Amazon Prime or something like that?
Yeah, simultaneous with the
Absolutely.
movies, though. Well, like
Yeah.
they'll be doing
Yeah.
Matt Reeves movies and then just have a
Or,
different Batman on HBO Max.
The HBO
Yeah,
show on
yeah, or
Max.
HBO Max. More to the point.
Okay. This
I'm
is what Digital Spy is reporting. With Robert Pattinson set to take on the role in the upcoming The Batman, Keaton's Batman will likely exist in an entirely different universe, and will possibly see him take an older mentor figure character. That leaves things open for all sorts of fun in the future, as it seems like this will be an appearance isn't just a one-time deal, and Keaton could be a permanent fixture in the upcoming Worlds of DC films. The
Mhm.
Flash movie, which has hit with delay after delay, is apparently still happening, with producer Barbara Muschietti revealing that the film is definitely going ahead.
Well, I would have been
So-
cool with I'd be cool with a Keaton playing Bruce in a Batman Beyond and Pattinson playing Terry.
I was about to say that. I was about to ask if
And-
they had definitively said that Robert Pattinson was
He
playing
is Bruce Wayne, the gun on the
Yeah.
chest that killed his parents. He's definitely Bruce,
Yeah,
Selena
okay.
Kyle. What I think is that Michael Keaton, just because he's there, it could be like a Sam Jackson thing where they could also be de-aging him to be Batman who is younger. And he doesn't even have to be the guy that's in the suit because it's usually stunt doubles anyway.
Anyway,
you could
yeah.
just have him obscured by shadow. And that's what I think the best Batman is. Like in Suicide Squad, I loved Batman in Suicide Squad because there wasn't much close-up of his face. And then the times where there were, it's like, oh, there's Ben
Oh!
Affleck.
Oh shit! He moved.
He moved. He's all right.
Welcome back, mate. But yeah, I
So
was
we
seeing
can
what
see
you guys
him
were
in
talking.
many aspects.
But I saw what you guys were talking about. Absolutely. If for some reason this continues, we can always set something up where we discuss everything again earlier for you or later, however you want to put it.
But Chris, while you're on, what are you looking forward to the most for the Snyder Cut?
I'm looking forward to. I can't remember if it came through what I said before, but I'm just
About
looking
the
forward to
heroes being respected, yeah.
That's the one. I'm just
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing, the continuity of the story. Just seeing what Zack had planned for us all. Just seeing Superman coming back to life without being itchy like he was in the theatrical cut of Justice League.
That was really weird. Like that was like the weirdest WTF moment. Like, how do you feel?
I know.
Itchy.
Itchy.
The fuck, dude? I mean, you were in a wooden box in the dirt, so I guess I could understand that. I mean, we all get a little dirty. And
Where
itchy
did those
from
pants
it.
come from?
That's another good question. Why did he have random ass like stretch pants on?
Where does shirt go? Like all the many questions. Like where?
Okay, Chris, if you can hear us, do you think we'll see black suit Superman, or do you think that's a tease?
I think it is. I think from what Zack's been sort of teasing on Vero, I'm 80% sure that he said that black suit Superman appears in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it'd be something that I'm, I'm more than happy to see whatever Zack's got planned. You know, if it's Black Suit Superman, you know, I just can't wait. I'm just happy it's coming. Honestly, I've had two. You know, we've all, you know, everyone in the movement and everyone who's a huge fan of the old Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. They just want to see what happens next. What Zack had originally planned for us, and then, I mean, you know, I just can't wait. I've just had enough of the theatrical cut of Justice League. I need it erasing. I need I need Will Smith to come along with like neuralizer and black.
Or with guns and just shoot them.
Okay. Do you want to see? Okay, since you brought up Will Smith, I'm gonna go here. If they had like a League of Villains, or the Legion of Doom, whatever you want to call them, do you want to see Will Smith's Deadshot a part of that?
He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, I want to see. I want to see David Ayer's cut of just a Suicide Squad as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, you know, he's hinting at the fact that it wouldn't take him much to get his version of Suicide Squad out. I'd love to see it all happen. Whatever they have planned, I just want to see the original plans. I don't want to see, you know, Jeff Johns' version. I want to see Zack Snyder's. I want to see David Ayer's. I want to see, you know, what they all had planned before it got interfered with. You know, Will Smith's Deadshot, I thought he was decent. I thought he was good. I just want to see the original plan for it, you know. It'd just be a load of, I don't know, it'd be, if we got it all back the original way it was intended, I think it's going to be awesome. You know, I know it's going to be awesome. You know, they're all credited directors. They're all masters of their craft. And we'd love it. I know we would. You know, despite the hate that we get online and everything, they're proper powerful movies. They're good movies, and the directors deserve to have their versions realized.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a question come through while you were getting things fixed. Do you think the Snyder Cut being released will entice Ben to come back and continue as Batman?
I think it will. I think it will. I think because, you know, he was 100% in for Zack's vision. So I think that if Zack comes back, you know, I think he would. It's that we were doing a trend on Twitter today. Everyone was on Twitter, you know, hashtagging Batfleck. I think it went over 50K in like the amount of time they set it up for. I think he would. I'd love to see him back. For me personally, he's my favorite live action Batman. So,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I will say the greatest Batman action sequence is Batman versus Superman in the warehouse. That's the greatest Batman action sequence ever filmed.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Totally kills it.
It's like straight out of an Arkham game.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love that scene where Alfred takes control of the plane and he just opens up and you just see Batman. Like, I would have been stunned if I hadn't seen it in the movie, if I'd seen it online and somebody said, "Oh, that's just a clip from, you know, an Arkham game." Just how beautiful it was and the bone hit breaking. It was great just to see Batman actually fight. Like Christian Bale's Batman, I like Christian Bale's. I like the broodiness of his Batman. I can't get over the I am Batman. I don't know. It never really worked.
Well, because you know, what's his name? God, why am I blanking on his name? The director.
No.
Chris Nolan.
Chris Nolan. Nolan can't do action sequences. I mean, I know he loved making action movies, but he's not good action director. And Zack Snyder is.
Has some good ones.
And see, that was the problem I had with.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Even the Dark Knight, like the fighting sequences weren't that good.
I'm
but
not
just
trying
that
to
one.
but,
Chris.
Go ahead.
Is going again. So if I just cut off, I'm hopefully get to see you again soon. Try and set something up. It's seriously lagging again. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for having me with you, and I'll see you again another time. I'm so sorry to let you down. It's this crap UK signal.
Not your fault, brother.
No, not at all, mate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you for starting the movement, brother. Thank you.
stay in the chat. We'll absolutely set something up. Even if it's middle of the week or something, we'll figure something out.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, well, since he's locked up. Seriously.
That's funny.
No
Into
shit.
the floor where house was fire. Yes, it was. JB3. Yes, it was.
Like that scene where he comes to the floor. Matt Beer can eat shit.
I wouldn't mind seeing him, but at the same fact, we got to realize that he's even going to be a little bit older. And yes, I know we can do stunt doubles and all that kind of thing. But
Ben's still fucking jacked. Like he's still young.
He still is. But
there's a difference between the beginning of Justice League and the end of Justice League.
And the end of Justice League, exactly.
You can clearly see it. Like,
yeah. I'm really wanting more Henry Cavill as Superman because he's a fantastic Superman. He's my second favorite Superman, so we gotta get him some more love.
Like that.
Who's your first favorite? Tyler Hoechlin?
Christopher Reeves is my favorite Superman.
No, I was gonna say Brandon Routh.
Dean Cain. It's Dean Cain, isn't it?
Dean Cain. Yeah. Justice for Dean Cain. Come on, Dean.
Yeah. They just killed him off on Supergirl for no reason.
They did. They just killed him. What happened?
He was Cyborg Superman before, like a version of Cyborg.
Like it's like Justice for Han, Justice for Dean.
Justice for Dean.
Justice for Robin.
Come on, Dean.
When are we gonna get a good Robin?
Talk about Dean.
He's dead.
Talk about being in shape no more. I don't know.
He looks like really young.
He does look young in the face.
He's like 40. He's like 60.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is that, Robin? Oh, you had Robin over there?
Robin,
which Robin was that?
Sword.
Oh, Damian Wayne.
Yeah, I think it's New 52, Damian Wayne, yeah.
That would be something to see. I would love to see. Well, I'd love to see a good Robin story. Yeah, Damian Wayne would be like Hit Girl. Yeah, that'd be a good analogy. Good make.
No, what the problem would be though is that how do you put across on screen, especially in like the Zack Snyder's version of Man of Steel and Justice League, Batman taking a kid out on patrol.
That's why it's the Damian Wayne one though, because he was trained by the League of Assassins. He was trained by Talia al Ghul since birth to kill people.
And I think if it was his son,
animal that Batman needs to protect the world from.
Exactly. I think if it's his son, and if he's a little older. I think he was a little older, maybe 15.
I want it to be as young as possible, just because then you can have it be like Hit Girl. Because that was the best thing about the first Kick-Ass is she was so young in that first Kick-Ass, and he was just
killing
like,
everybody.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
but that was also rated R.
That's
true. Yes,
nah, they can do it. They can do it. Nah, they can do it PG-13. They just, it's all about just less blood. I mean, really, there's nothing. They could get away with a lot of stuff.
And pouty, and I don't.
Just use Jacob Tremblay.
I don't want that. No. They did that.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Mr. What? Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Oh, there you go. Oh, what, you in a pine box somewhere? You underground? Where you is, man? What the heck? You in the barn? Close the barn door, Indiana boy.
So, in a sauna.
Great. So there's a wonderful thing because I can, I can now run streams on, so I can just mute Alan like that.
Why do you have clothes on in the sauna, Matt?
It's not a sauna.
That explains the background. I forgot, Matt. They changed.
Bitch.
I got a new.
You don't kick me out.
So tell me about that.
Grundy hates bats.
Nah, my thoughts on bats.
No, but do you like the soundbite?
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying. Oh, now I'm back. Okay, good.
Grundy hate bats. That's what it's.
Grundy hate bats. Oh, hold on. We gotta talk about Grundy. Hold on.
Have you been watching Stargirl?
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
I just want to point out Matt's name.
Little
bitch.
Watch out, Carly. Move my kids out of here.
Matt, why would you call yourself a bitch on screen?
I don't know.
He really shouldn't do that.
It's like, how the fuck did you do that?
What happened to our Solomon Grundy, guys?
Why did you change your name to Mr. Cuttastic? That's what's
Oh
going on.
well. No
Get here,
Solomon
guys.
Grundy for
Great
us.
Oh, good for you.
For you.
Great kid. Don't get cocky.
Too late.
God damn it.
Beer.
Yeah, turn this down a little bit.
I don't know.
It's
Let's see. Let's mute
destroying my
everybody.
ears.
So, Matt,
All right, let's make some changes here.
Until I see no changes, I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Until I ask myself.
There it is. There it is. Go, Flo.
you know, Alan just keeps growing more and more toys.
More and more toys, brother. Hey, I'm about to hit you guys with some. You know who I want to see? I want to see in a Justice League movie is this man right here. Come on, bring
Very
it.
interesting. Oh, Hawkman. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Hawkman, bruh. Chris is back. And you know what? A villain I want to see, not that lame ass. Sorry, David Ayers, but your croc wasn't that great. I need a real croc. I need a good croc.
You can get some Crocs at the store, Alan.
I certainly can.
Well, we got that card store.
I love having power on my end now.
And we got to get the Hal Jordan. You know, I love me some Jon Stewart, but we got to get the OG up in here.
Should we do the oath again?
No, that's all right. But here, I'll give you a ring.
They've been teasing some good. Oh, you got the ring there too?
Well, I got his ring.
I got a Black Lantern ring over here somewhere.
I've got all of them somewhere too.
Yeah,
My
I have a
kids.
Legion ring in one place.
My son wore the orange lantern ring to school one day, and we got a note from the teacher about how he was grabbing everybody's stuff and saying, "It's mine, it's mine."
Mine. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was. I didn't understand. Oh, greed. That's what it is.
The greed.
Orange.
I
love
thought
how-
you were
There's
saying
only
that it was
one
yours.
ring.
I was so confused.
I love how Matt has my logo now, like my screen.
because
You put it on there.
It's because it's all gone crazy ever since
He's-
Chris left. Wait, Chris is back.
He didn't put that on. It was by default.
So,
All right,
okay,
let's go back to the Flash.
oh fuck! I just dropped my.
There's a lot of flashing over there, Alan.
Hey,
Hold it.
you know, if you're lucky, the night is young.
So,
No, thank you.
I don't
No,
know.
thank you.
I don't know if he's here.
Just cowering in a corner, just
A little Dio action. I love it.
Sorry.
So, Matt, are you feeling better now? Like I saw you said earlier, you were kind of not in a peachy mood. Are we feeling better?
Well, I was, and I played Last of Us 2, and I'm dealing with this like mutated like monster thing that has like 25 things attached to it. So now I'm hit or
Let me
miss.
guess. You got mad through your controller against a TV, and now you have to do this because you're upset.
I did that.
No, my controller died.
No, you throw it against the concrete
And then I
floor.
sat for 5 minutes, let myself calm down, and then I was like, I'll come on here.
Well, we always like yay beer.
Grundy hates bats.
Wrong. Okay.
Hooray, beer.
There we go.
Nope, he fell out again. So well, it looks like Matt, we're gonna have to do something with Chris when he has his computer and better internet.
Yeah, totally.
Jesus, we can't even see Alan anymore.
Yeah, we're
You
sorry.
can't see me anymore. All
But
right.
I like how
So
they're
what's
there.
up?
I get,
We talking Robins? We talking Robins? What's happening? What's happening?
oh, get that thing out of here. Get that. That's
Come on now. You can't disrespect Carrie. You can't disrespect Carrie.
No.
Don't disrespect Carrie.
In Batman
Nope.
v Superman, I had
No
kind of
disrespect.
expected. I expected to see Carrie, just because they were kind of building it up. Similar
They were.
to Dark Knight Returns.
They
I
were.
kind of expected we were going to see a Carrie,
I did too.
but I do like that little scene where we see. Oh, there's Grundy.
There he is.
I like that scene that we just see the the suit and why did you let your family die? I really like that one.
I like that moment too. I thought it was cool.
Why do TV shows always neglect Green Lantern?
Because they can't do it right.
Arrowverse is
the
he's
Arrowverse has Jon Stewart
Yeah.
now.
yeah, Arrowverse is Jon Stewart. Diggle's gonna
That's
be Jon
true.
Stewart.
What did you do?
Did they confirm that was actually going to happen in other shows?
It's October,
Since
so I
Arrow's
picked it up.
It's gonna be
At it.
it's gonna be
At it.
Okay,
Sat
quiz
on my
time.
shirt.
Quiz time.
Oh shit!
that's
Fat
hard to
Albert.
see, but
Hold up.
let Nikki see or Devin.
It's
see.
Fat
Devin.
Albert.
It's hard, Devin, because it doesn't look like the comic very much because they put a weird coat on him.
Steel.
Nope.
That's
Oh,
Nova,
Robot.
my guy.
It's a little bit out of focus. Can
It's
you pull it
not
back?
Nova.
Is it
It's
Nova?
sup-
It is
It's
Nova.
supposed to be Vibe.
Oh, Vibe. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see it.
That's hard to tell.
Yeah, I see the lines.
They didn't do him. They didn't do him right.
Yeah, it's comic book vibe.
It's comic book vibe, but not even a good comic book vibe.
I have a new fundraiser currently going on right now. If you guys
Oh, what's your
don't mind.
fundraiser?
Okay, so I started a fundraiser 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago.
All right.
The goal's to raise $4,500.
Holy fuck!
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah, that's the goal. Haven't raised any yet, but it's for
What's the fundraiser for?
It's for my new TV.
Your new what happened?
I want to get a TV.
You want an OLED TV?
I want to get an
$4,000 for a TV, man. What kind of TV is this?
An OLED TV.
I
Those
thought
things
the
are
next-
juice.
The top of the line.
I got
No,
a
I
65-inch
thought
TV for under $300 last year.
Well,
I thought the next one
OLED,
was going to be like
the reason why.
a fucking Wii.
It's
The reason
4K.
why. Well, 4K
no,
have dropped in price, but with OLED.
No, I don't have to add in.
Oh, there's
Fine.
an Aaron. There's an Aaron. But
Hey, Ron.
or you don't have to-
Hey, Ron. What's
Did I get
up?
thrown
But,
in? Oh shit! What's up?
No,
You're
OLED
in, Aaron. You in?
Devon!
That's trying
That's
to talk.
Aaron. Oh, Mr. Paz. Paz is in the house. Let me get my Hawkman action.
No,
Aaron,
OLEDs
you know
are
what?
best.
It's
It's a joke.
hold on. I have to make a public announcement. We do not here at TMG. We do not recommend streaming and driving.
True.
I've done it a few times. It ain't safe.
So
No,
I
there
can
is
stay
a
on the call and
there is
discuss
a
if you
GoFundMe.
want,
I'll
but
put you guys.
to clarify
No,
what I was
don't
trying to
donate
do,
to it.
I
I
just
did
wanted
it
to
for
listen to
fun
the show,
because
but
I
for some reason my car struggles to play YouTube, so I figured this was the way to do it.
That's
I mean,
okay.
listen, I
You're gonna hop out
I
and
can
hop back in
literally
so I can
set my
hear
phone
Aaron.
down and not